In today's business world, leaders need to understand how to strengthen their onboarding process for new employees. This is the first chance you have as that employee comes into your organization to make a good first impression, to let them know how you are different. Why is this important? Well, this is a time in our world when retention is getting much lower. People are thinking maybe I'll go to a different job. This position isn't offering me what I think I need. It's a concern. You want to make sure that you are retaining your top talent. We're going to go over several strategies that I believe can help you because in my mind, hey, this might seem a little radical, but I believe retention begins with onboarding. You may be thinking, hey, who's this guy? My name is Ken Okel. I am a professional speaker and I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job. I give insider knowledge from my time spent in broadcast news, hurricane relief, and professional ballet. Now, whoa, I know, unusual combination. But in each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. Here's our first tip for how to strengthen your onboarding. It is to make sure that you are talking about the company culture. During the interview process, there's a lot of discussion of functions that a person would perform in a job, the pay, obviously, maybe even some of the benefits. What about the company culture? Where does the company stand in the community? Is volunteering something that is important? Sometimes these really important values are not shared. It's just kind of assumed that people will pick it up. I think it is extremely useful to let people know these are things that matter to us. We want to make sure that our new employees continue these values. How does that sound? This can separate one job from another. Because if in someone's mind, this job I have here and this job somewhere else are pretty well equal pay, you may have a hard time retaining the person. But if they feel like, gee, I'm part of a company that cares about the community, I want to be a part of it. Along those lines, another thing about company culture could include, do you look to promote from within? There may not be a trend, but is that something where someone can feel like, hey, if I come to this organization and I work hard, I'm going to have opportunities to move up. May not always be the case, but if you believe that is part of your employee culture, by all means, share it. The next tip for how to strengthen your onboarding involves setting expectations for the new employee for the next 6 months. Really try to think about where do you want them to be in 6 months? Are there certain skills you want them to have, additional training that they need to complete? Give the person a good idea of where they are going. I think people would much rather know where you expect them to be rather than not feel like they're challenged at all and maybe wondering, how do I fit in here? Spend that time, outline the plan. Make sure, too, that the plan reflects the current needs of the job. The person who may have left the position may have had a certain set of skills that worked well before. Things in the marketplace may have changed. So the new employee may have to have some different skills. Make sure your instructions to that person, your direction, reflects the current needs. The final tip is all about giving the new employee time to talk to their colleagues. Very often what happens is a new employee comes in and they talk to the people who they will work with pretty much all the time. People in their division or their department. There may be other departments and other divisions. You walk by those people in the hall, you share elevators with them, but beyond maybe a 20-second, hi, my name is so-and-so, you don't have much of a chance to get to know them. Know what do they do in the organization. If it seems like they're kind of doing magical things somewhere else that you don't understand, that you don't know how it connects to your job, that can lead to some problems. Ideally, you want someone to have a good feel for the organization. I'm not saying they have to know how to do someone else's job, but could they quickly say, oh, this department is focused on this, I support them through that, or they support me through this. Make sure people have an opportunity to sit down with people, find out, okay, what does this part of the organization do? How does it help the big picture? How am I perhaps supporting them, or again, receiving support? Just give someone an idea of how they fit into your work family. It can make a big difference. So try out 1, 2, or all of these tips. I believe it can strengthen your onboarding process and keep some of that great talent within your organization. For more about me, go to my website, kenokel.com. Well, there you can watch some clips of my speaking presentations. You can read some of my articles, and you can listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway. Thanks so much for watching. Hope these tips are helpful. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.